Anyone can dream, but only few commit. Dreamers make promises, doers keep them. The difference between a dreamer and a doer isn't talent, opportunity, or luck, it's commitment. Because when the excitement fades and obstacles rise, it's only commitment that keeps you going forward. Welcome to the Life Podcast. Today we're talking about something really important in leadership, and that is commitment. This quality separates those who talk about impact and those who actually make it. John Maxwell, in one of his books, said, without commitment, you cannot have depth in anything, whether it's a relationship, a business, or a leadership journey. Because commitment is the bridge between goals and growth. Without commitment, dreams die as ideas. And with commitment, dreams become legacies. I remember seasons in my life where I started strong with all the energy, reading, planning, and doing. But somewhere along the line, when things got messy, I'll just fall off. I pick up a project, pick up a skill, work on it for a while, and then I just fall off. And then I began to ask myself, what is the problem? And I knew that I never had commitment. I wasn't committed to any of the things I was doing at that time. I just did it for the fun of it, or did it because other people were doing it. Commitment isn't proven in comfort. It is proven when things are hard, but then you have to maintain consistency. One of the greatest lessons I've learned is that passion can start something, but only commitment can finish it. The people we admire the most aren't those that quit when things got tough, but people that stayed with it through the storm, even when all the excitement had faded away. Jesus had one of the greatest forms of commitment you would ever find. In the Garden of Gethsemane, when the reality of his death dawned on him, as human as he was, he began to have doubts. But one thing drove him forward, the will of God, and then commitment. He was committed to the goal. He was committed to doing the will of God. That was what kept him. I said, not my will, but your will, Lord. That is the greatest lesson of commitment you could ever find anywhere. It's commitment, not just convenience. He could have called down angels when he was about to be captured, but because of commitment, he stayed and allowed himself to be captured. This is a valuable lesson in leadership that Jesus taught us through his life. When Paul was writing to Timothy and said, I have fought the good fight, I have finished my cause. You know what it means to finish? Finishing can only happen when you are committed to a cause. You cannot do something haphazardly and expect to finish. Paul kept with the gospel. Paul kept doing the things that he was called to do. Even though things became tough, he was committed to the goal. And that was why he was able to tell Timothy that I have finished the race. I have finished my course. Leadership requires that kind of resolve. Commitment starts in the heart. Every great achievement begins with a settled decision. You just have to settle it in your heart that this project, I am going to finish it whatsoever. That resolve in your heart is what is going to sustain you on that journey of whatever project you embark on. Commitment is tested by actions, not intention. Good intentions don't change the world. Consistent actions do. Many people have desire, but few translate that desire into actual doing. I read somewhere that motivation gets you going, but commitment keeps you growing. Your growth is inevitable if you're committed to the project, if you're committed to the cause. You don't just start things and leave it halfway through. That's what happens if you don't have that initial resolve. Greatness is never half-hearted. The difference between good companies and great ones isn't just strategy, it's about discipline and commitment. The willingness to stay committed to the core values and practices you started with, even when things are hard. That's what makes you great. There are 4 types of people. The cop-outs, those who never even try. The holdouts, those who wait for the perfect conditions before acting. The dropouts, those who start but quit when it becomes tough. And then the all-outs, those who commit fully, no matter the cost. Great leaders are all-out people. They go all out. They know storms will come, but they stay anchored. That commitment drives them on. They know progress will be slow, but they stay faithful. And that is why they lead their companies, they lead their group to the greatest heights eyes have ever seen. You, in that your business, that small business that you are creating, after a few challenges, you say you're going to start another one. You change business, you change focus. But what you need is not a change of business. is commitment, staying through, staying there. It's normal human nature to have the flight or fright. So when something challenges us, the first thing is to protect ourselves, and then we just run away, we just hide. That will not make great leadership. When you know that storms coming, staying committed to whatever you're doing, even when storms come, will make you a great leader and excel in your business, in your purpose. Commitment requires sacrifice. Something will always compete for your time, your focus, and your dedication. It could be comfort, it could be distraction, it could even be fear. Commitment means saying no to lesser things and saying yes to greater things. The Bible says in Luke chapter 9, it says, no one who puts his hand on the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God. Remember, even in the kingdom, commitment is a core value that God places priority on. You can't just start something, put your hand on something, and because of challenges, you pull out. That is a wrong mindset. So here are reflection questions for you. Are you a dreamer or a doer? Do you just have ideas and say, oh yeah, I have ideas, and then you never actualize these ideas? Where in your life are you tempted to quit? Where are you holding out, waiting for the perfect time to start? Will the people closest to you or your colleagues even say you're committed to the cause, or that you're easily distracted? Remember, dreams inspire people, but only commitment transforms them into reality. So this week, in your business, in your office, in your career, and even in ministry, I want you to note 3 ways in which you've lost your drive, in which you've not been committed. I want you to go back and make a decision to be committed. Pick it up again, start all over, and stay committed to it. That in itself will help you build capacity to become a great leader and to excel in whatever you do. Commitment is that fire that keeps your vision alive, even when storms blow hard. Remember, history isn't written by those who almost finished. It's written by those who stayed the course till the end.